We're starting.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey! Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Youth Ministry Garage, episode 204.
Welcome back, everybody.
And Doug Fields here.
This is episode 202 as far as
204.
You did 2 shows without
Matt
That
McGill.
is the most ridiculous thing
Matt
I've ever heard in my
McGill
life.
left. Josh Griffin.
Hello.
And the Queen, Katie Edwards.
Oh my goodness.
2 shows.
2 shows, Matt. You gotta be
Deuce.
around. You know, if you're gonna be
Here's
part
the
of the
deal.
game, you know.
Yeah.
be
Atlas
perfect.
shrugged. Who's carrying this thing?
Well, obviously not you, because we've done fine. Actually,
Yeah.
Seth said the ratings went way up.
Viewership went way up. Nielsen reporting in. It was great.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Did you
Now,
watch?
Tori told me.
Did you watch Tori?
No, I didn't.
Because she actually speaks very highly of you, which bothered me a little.
It was weird.
did.
We
how
asked her
much
point blank.
love. Yeah, it was weird. I thought it was just a show, but no, it was genuine.
That's only when you're looking in the mirror.
So this is Matt's farewell show. Title of the episode done.
Hey,
The
It could be
viewership.
Matt's farewell to something. Maybe not the show.
to your weight. Have you
That's
joined? Have you joined
Yeah,
the?
SaveAYouthPastor.com. What's it called?
No, youthpastordiet.com.
Save
Your face. I haven't seen you in a couple weeks.
Come on.
This is really, and to our friends that are watching, we have sat down. We really haven't caught up at all. We've
No,
we hugged each
unfortunately.
other hi, but we haven't really
Yes.
said anything.
Here's
Yes.
the deal. I caught up. Kathy and Cassie and I caught up because I thought the show was at 3:30 today.
You've been here for
been here-
an hour and a half.
Right at
Yeah,
3:30.
Seth and I rolled up at 4:30.
I thought it was going to be
Yeah.
at 4:30 as well. It's 5:05 when we started this.
No, it's for.
I was here on time, just for the record. I know it's
For
weird.
once.
Well, here's the thing. Youth Pastor Diet, it was an idea I had overnight, and I tweeted a little, hey, would anybody be interested? And it blew up.
How many people are a part of this?
Oh, I don't know. It's probably
You capped it at
70,
$1,000,
maybe?
70?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Okay, so this youthpastor.com, they make $10 off everybody who signs up.
Yeah, the Weight Loss Wars website that we're using makes
Okay.
$10, and then everybody else puts in $20.
How much do
So
you-
there's a big cash prize for the person who loses the most weight. Plus, there's other resources and stuff we're giving away too.
As
So
the admin, how much do you make on that?
I well, 10% tied to the Lord. So no, I'm in the competition because I'm fighting. I'm not gonna. I can't win my own.
Yes, you can win your own. Absolutely, you can.
If
He's
you
already
lose the most
taken another
weight.
10%.
He's
Here's the
not
thing.
taking
Here's the thing.
10%.
I've already won because 12.6 pounds gone.
Really, you can't
One
tell.
weekend.
Wow.
Shut up.
Wait, you've already won? It's just week to week?
Hurt.
See Darren
Week
laughing
to
over
week.
Here's the
there.
thing.
That's,
It's-
he's my audience right there.
One
That is
week.
your audience.
1 week. 12.6 pounds.
What did
The-
you do?
That's
I
Birthday.
can't tell you, but it's working.
It's illegal.
It's illegal in most states except Oregon. Whatever. That's a joke. I don't do
Oregonians.
that. Yeah. So anyhow, it's been going really well.
What is
But I'm not winning. There are people who are taking it very seriously,
As
and then
they should.
there are others. Matt, as an example, that are eating chocolate covered pretzels and doing nothing.
Well, here's the deal. I got a really bad gout attack, so I really did not
Gout
want
attack?
Gout attack.
Okay.
Really did not want to go back to
You know
the
what they
doctor.
call the gout? A rich man's disease. It fits you perfect.
They call it that.
God.
Yes,
That's a thing?
they do. My doctor, because I was having some issue or something. I said, I have a buddy who has gout. Could it be gout? And he goes, no. You don't have gout. Gout's a rich man's disease. And I go, what?
Oh my
What does
God.
that mean?
Obviously, he doesn't know you're a youth ministry mogul. Retired
said-
at 35.
I said, that sounds right. That describes my buddy.
Yeah,
He goes,
that's
yep,
right.
shellfish and wine.
Really? Well, that's
But
basically
I got
Matt's
it from
diet.
the
So
Metrex. Remember years ago when we did the Metrex meal replacements? Do you ever remember those?
that's when you
Yeah.
got gout.
That's when I got gout
How
for
do
the
you
first
get
time.
gout? I thought it just
Yeah.
is.
It's
what?
genetic. It's genetic,
Oh,
but that's
dude.
what set it off.
Sorry.
Oh.
Thank you. That's why I don't lose weight.
Well, great catching up. How was Hawaii? You got to at least tell us how you.
Yeah, we got back yesterday from 8 days in Hawaii. Just me and Kathy. It was great.
Speaking of rich man's disease,
Oh,
It was
you
that's
were
awesome.
sick while you were there, right?
the first day I was sick.
So you lost
and
a
this
little
is a
weight,
youth
too.
worker's dream vacation. The reason I can say
Your
this
whole
is
life
because
is a youth worker's dream vacation.
just yeah. All right.
Miss
Yeah,
you.
Matt's back, everybody. Matt's back. His last show. But
I
he's
did.
back.
I did hear. Here's what hurt me a little bit last night. I was at a going away party for a friend of ours, and not you, but
Yeah.
Ryan. You know who it is. Yeah.
Everybody knows who it
And
is.
so my daughter's there. My daughter's somebody says, yeah. When we heard that when we heard you were sick on vacation, your daughter and Matt loved it.
Oh,
I thought, my daughter loved it. I was
Yeah,
sick
we
on
were
vacation.
totally making fun of you.
turn it on
That's
you.
great.
Wow.
So here's why I was a dream.
Who
Youth
told you
Work
that?
vacation.
Yeah.
Have
Who
a
told you
friend. A friend.
Did you go to the food court last night?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? That's awesome.
A friend of mine who is part of our new church travels a lot and gave Kathy and I 8 nights free
Oh my gosh.
I
at the
need
Hyatt in
friends.
Kauai.
Oh,
I travel enough that we
didn't
had
even make it all the way to Hawaii.
2 free
tickets?
tickets.
Oh my
huh?
gosh.
And I had 4 first-class upgrades that expired December 31st.
you had to use them.
You had to.
I did have to pay for a rental car
Oh, the pain.
and meals. But
Yeah.
we were on the concierge lounge,
oh my
which means
gosh.
breakfast, lunch, they had desserts, the whole bit. So we never paid for breakfast and kind of snacked through lunch and then
That
paid
is
for dinner.
awesome.
So
that's
I-
not just the
I
youth
had to pay
worker's
for it.
dream.
That's anyone's
anybody's
dream.
Yeah, but
That's
youth workers
incredible.
Yeah.
love a good deal. It was
Yeah.
great.
Oh, that's a good
Not
deal.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, it was great.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
you
What
deserve it.
are you trying to
do.
remind yourself
You do.
with that rubber band?
Really? No one's asked me. I've been wearing it for like 2 weeks. Thank you for asking. That's
I
cool.
usually know what it
The only
means.
one
That's why I
that-
don't ask.
That was, well, certain people already know
To put
because
your
they're in
hair
my
back,
life. Yeah, just I need if I ever need
They're
a
in my life.
if I need a scrunchie. No, it's a student of ours who is doing really well in baseball, and he just signed to go to Hawaii actually randomly to play baseball. And he
Hawaii or Kauai?
I do not know.
Okay.
He wrote, "Be humble, keep the faith," and less than 30. He's ranked like 42 in the whatever standings for pitchers and whatever, and he would like to be under 30, but he wants God to use him. Use it, baseball as a platform. So I told him how cool that was, how proud of him I was. He has this like verse that he's committed to following,
yeah.
and he made me the same rubber band bracelet that he wears every day. I told him
Oh my gosh.
I'll wear it till he gets under 30 or it
That is
breaks.
so
Wow.
Isn't that right?
sweet. Yes.
That's great. Or
I love
until you
that.
get under 300 pounds.
Then when it just falls off, I can't. So his mom, I
just
actually
slips
bumped
off.
into his mom today. This is random. We obviously didn't talk about this. Bumped into his mom today, and she's like, "We're chatting, da da da," da," and she goes, "Oh, you're wearing it!" Like it was the
Oh my
biggest deal to
gosh.
her. It was fun. So
That's
I
great.
really, it's
That is
great.
So,
Yeah.
So good.
Matt,
Put it
that's-
on right before
That's
you met
called
with her.
ministry kind of stuff. That's like a
You're
ministry.
the parachurch guy. What are you talking about?
I'm the parachurch guy.
This girl is on
Speaky.
fire.
Youth conferences, not connected to a church, all sorts of stuff.
No, your church just doesn't support things like that. All
I
right,
I was
let's
on the
start the
first
show. Here we go. Hey, welcome to
back.
204
What's
Doug
up?
Fields Youth Ministry Garage. Youth Specialties, our primary sponsor. Leader Track, Youth Ministry 360 is Zeus Pacific University, Remedy Live. And now I totally understand why those of you say,
Yeah.
I've tried to watch
don't
the
get
show,
it.
but I
Just don't
don't
get
get
it.
it.
No
I
one
don't
ever
get it.
said that.
I'm
Brett.
not sure I would watch this.
Brett Eddy. Brett Eddy, we say congratulations to you because you are part of the new Wall of Fame photo
right.
contest.
First and last name.
We are getting last
job,
names
Sam.
in. We're getting last names in. And here's what's bothering me a little bit. The Wall of
Take that pound away. Take
the deflation happening.
He's like, yeah.
No.
But,
What's bothering me a little bit, Seth, is that you would think that the Wall of Fame people are the ones that listen to every single show, that they're not writing in more quickly to say, oh, here's my last name, here's my last name.
Yeah.
Because maybe
Yeah.
they got it and they went, I've just kind of won the prize.
I've arrived. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, maybe we need to refresh the wall
We've
of
had
fame.
some. We've had some.
Because if you've only listened to the first 150
Yeah.
and you're on the wall, what about the full Monty?
That's a good point, Matt.
That's right.
Because we just
I've
kind of
never heard that.
Good metaphor too.
we kind of assumed that once they made the Wall of Fame that they were going to just carry on out
That's
through.
a bad assumption.
Obviously so. So maybe we need a new
We
type of
need
Wall
a
of Fame.
cleansing.
You know
Speaking
what?
of the youthpastordiet.com,
That's nothing.
that's the
new
12
about that.
pounds.
Well
Hey,
done.
Brian Baringa from Grand Rapids, Michigan,
Baringa.
sent in this whole idea. I've been asking people send in if you're part of a network.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he's part of a network. He says there's about 25 churches represented. About 15 of those show up all the time. They connect
awesome.
to every other month. So we are going to do something with the network. So if you're part of a network, send it in. It would
gonna
be
take 'em
very,
over, aren't we?
very nice.
We're going to take over the networks?
Win Hall from Allen, Texas, met with Doug and Josh at the Dallas Youth Worker Convention. Remember that?
right.
That was
So fun.
Yeah.
Had a
Sorry,
blast.
guys. Missed
We
you.
missed.
Maybe our primary sponsor, Youth Specialties, will invite you guys next year.
Maybe everybody next year.
Well,
Yeah.
When you guys
I
are
have a
caught up
day
in
job.
parachurch stuff, they invite you.
Oh, what?
They stay away from those trench workers. Frenchman.
I'm just gonna lay down. That is a great resource from Leader Tracks.
Thank you for including me in that.
You can tell Matt has been.
You started it. What do you have just saying? It's
missed
a
two
ping pong
shows.
match.
Yeah.
You
Matt's back.
lobbed a
That's-
soft one
it's a
over
good-
the net.
That's
If
not
you're gonna
how
get
Jesus
it,
would be.
It's so easy.
Leave well. Here we go.
Anyway, we met with Win Hall, and he's got a good question, but I thought it was a better question to move to the web. So we're going to move this one to the web. Just want to let you know that. Win, we're going to move that to the web. Matt Reno from Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Doug just watched the show. Thanks for the wisdom you gave in answering my questions. Sometimes it's good to hear the same thing I've been taught from a different voice. I'm totally with you on the uselessness of behavior modification. It's all about the heart and helping them to love Jesus more and more. Keep the show long.
Wow.
That's when we ended that show, and the last time I went on a little riff.
Yeah.
Remember that? And then
Yeah.
you guys, I wanted you to weigh in, and you were both like, you just wore us out.
No, it was good.
It was a sermonette, not a
It
riff.
was.
Was it a sermonette?
I was waiting for the invitation. I was raising my hand, weeping.
I
It was
would have
very
been hanging
powerful.
the whole time. With plenty of
I
opinions.
don't get that.
Well, you guys are saying that you couldn't
Do you kind of have a new hair thing going?
What is that?
It's really cute.
It is cute.
It's just long. I need to give it a cut.
Or go long.
No,
about it.
no.
At
Think
some point in
about
my
it.
life, I
No.
will have dreadlocks.
Do it. It's
Yeah,
time.
I just gotta wait. Nah, it's not time yet. I gotta wait
it's
until I'm in
close.
a point where I don't need anybody's respect.
Because right now you have it.
So in this room, dreadlocks would be no big deal.
This room dreadlocks would be no big deal.
What is that point?
I don't know.
When you're 60,
I thought it would happen when I was 40, but that hasn't. I haven't
Yeah.
hit that yet.
Yeah.
Knock on the door,
think,
though,
I
right?
think you kind of have to earn respect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sermonette from Doug coming right now.
You know how many sermonettes I've preached at this one?
You just keep trying. You can only do so
Never
much.
give
Just the
up.
Holy Spirit at some point.
Each
has to-
one more for Jesus.
Chrisman. What's his last name?
Bazinga.
Kochik?
Kochik has a great question. We're gonna get to it right after Katie reads the first sponsor.
Okay, so what happened last time? She read a sponsorship. And
The
didn't
one
do a
thing we
good
did
job?
talk about before the show is that Seth's job is now to get our sponsors to tell us what they want us to talk about. That's his job now. Katie said, "I'm not reading one. I was so bad at it last
I
time.
felt
I'm
like
just."
I dishonored the people that
I
I
probably
read.
made it
that
memorable.
People started returning things immediately. Like, just, I can't. Just take it back.
Please stop,
No,
stop.
Katie. Here's the deal. We have sponsors waiting in line.
this.
They're in the wings.
They're in the
Got
wings.
this.
We
So
can
Even if you screw it up,
we can dump any of these.
this is our
clowns.
encouragement.
Okay,
Got you.
we can dump any of these clowns, right, Seth?
Clifton's listening.
Make it good.
Oh, that's right.
Stop bringing up my mistakes from
Yeah.
last
Was
show.
that She Had Remedy Live last time?
And
Yeah.
I said Clifton instead of Clinton. It was terrible, Matt.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
terrible.
that's funny because his last name starts with an F, so I could see why you'd put it.
All right, here it is, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
Redeeming herself on show 204.
Ladies
So,
and gentlemen,
our primary sponsor, You Specialties, has some great Christmas Bible studies for you for the season. You can go to uspecialties.com to get those Christmas Bible studies.
yay!
And-
Ho ho ho!
Oh, there's
Very
Christmas Bible
good.
studies for
And
you.
his podcast is going to be
uspecialties.com.
up by Christmas time.
We should have some Christmas lights or something in
We
here.
really should have
It's so
seasoned-
festive.
seasoned
Next
it
week.
up a little.
Next week.
We got time.
So when Matt puts it up by February. So Christmas in Palm City, Florida. What are some fun and safe things to do at a lock-in?
Oh,
We're planning on having a lock-in
Everybody's-
January 11th. Maybe it will be over by the time the show airs. But I'd love to
didn't
hear
say that.
H-E-R-E.
Don't correct people.
Maybe it will be over by the time
they
the
did
show
that.
airs.
That's
Yeah.
great. It is there.
Can you be a little bit? You missed
No,
two.
you
We almost
insert-
dumped you from the whole show.
Not even close.
No, Josh and I had
Tori's pretty
Josh and I
strong.
actually had to download
Yeah,
youth
but you
ministry
need to
meeting
have
while you were
leverage
gone.
on Tori every week.
We went to Denny's.
Very
we talked
difficult.
about Download Youth Ministry.
Yeah.
And Youth Ministry Garage.
If Matt would be a part of it, it'd be great.
YouthMinistryMogul.com.
Finish correcting. Finish
not
correcting our team members' email.
All right, but I'd love to hear H-E-R-E your thoughts on how to successfully pull off a lock-in that is fun, safe, and budget-friendly. Thanks. Love the show and love the insight. Keep up the good
That one
work.
should be on the website. I think our community would do a great job.
They
of
would do a
answering.
great job, but
They-
why don't we'll move it to
we'll
the
do
web
some
also,
things.
but go.
Okay,
Fun ideas that I don't think are super common. We do like a photo booth. It's really fun. Volunteer runs the photo booth, snaps some pictures, upload them right to Facebook. People start reposting it later. You get big traction on Facebook, word of mouth. Next event grows because they've seen it all over their social networks.
That's a great one.
Really fun, good memories. Props, signs, do Photoshop if you want, put like the logo or whatever.
Yeah.
Really fun, really easy. Little diversion during an overnighter.
I think it's fun to do. You could do something like choose your own adventure almost, where there's always 2 options for different hours in the night, and they don't have to cost a lot of money. You can just be like, we're either going to play ultimate frisbee or we're going to play capture the flag, and we vote by secret ballot or something like that. We're going to either watch, you have your choice of this movie or this movie, and just kind of have a night where you're just choosing a lot of free stuff that's super budget friendly, but it just kind of makes it fun because you don't know what the night's going to look like. Could be kind of fun.
You got to prep 2 things.
You
or
do,
rig voting.
but hopefully it's well, you can do both. But I mean, if you're picking 2 DVDs, I mean, it's not. I don't think it's double the work.
Cool.
So it'll be fun.
All right.
Nice.
Matt?
Okay, so this is the opposite of what I don't like to have fun, and this is not my strong point.
And you don't like to be safe.
Been a long time.
I don't like
You're
to
a
be safe.
risk
We
taker.
tried to do a fire, that didn't work.
Been a long time.
But
since we've
actually,
been
what
in
I would
ministry.
do is for something like this, I would have. What's that?
Keep going.
I would have to. I would have to ask other people for help, and so I would ask my friends.
nice.
I would see what other churches are doing. I would ask students, and pull together a list of ideas and stuff. That way. So that's what I've done.
That's
We've
exactly
done a bunch
the
of
reason
parts.
we want you off the show.
Exactly. When it comes to all-nighters,
I don't.
yeah.
No, I don't.
Well, I mean,
for
just
me,
throw out
my
another
age-
thing since Matt's kind of flaking on this one.
Totally.
We sometimes in our overnighters or large events, we try to do an event within an event. So if you have a particular audience that isn't going to be
about the
into
mariachi
basketball, we would have a room that has video games in it. So that if you have like, we don't want to do all sports stuff, you only get sports kids. So we have different audiences kind of within the whole thing. So that's an option as well. Video game stuff's fun. Cheap,
Nacho
easy.
bar with mariachi band. That was awesome.
And start your lock
there
in
you
you
go.
late.
guys did that. That
did
was
that.
that was
That's a good tip. Start it late
Start
and end it
late.
early.
Yeah, like go.
My
say,
thing was going to be just don't do it.
right.
My tip? No.
Yeah.
No.
Because for me these days, an all-nighter is if I could finish. There you go.
It's a great bit. What's the all-nighter?
If I can go all night without having to use the restroom.
Pulled one last night.
Classic Fairfield.
I don't do this.
Oh.
Everything was right, but this.
By the way, pulled one last night. That's good.
So I got that going for me.
Yeah.
Oh, well played. Wow.
If you're
So
gonna
I got
say
that
his
going
joke,
for
take it all
me,
the way,
yes.
people.
Yeah, come on, guys.
I can't remember.
I was
No,
trying to take
start-
it over the top. but I
You're trying to add your own.
I know. I'm
spin
like,
on it.
hey,
That's what you would do if it was your.
totally.
Something.
I'm not that old though. My bladder.
I
totally
like.
fine.
I
So
like
start
when you
late,
guys-
end early.
Start at 10 p.m. and have kids picked up at
And
6.
that's great.
That's not bad.
No, seriously.
But the reason you have an all-nighter is because kids are asking for it anyway. Which I understand. If they're not asking for it, don't do an all-nighter. That's just painful death.
And more than
slow
one
death.
needs to ask for it.
But here's the deal. I would put
At least 10%.
I would put them in charge of the ideas. Why are you're now hosting it,
no,
feeling
you're
the
punting.
responsibility? No, I'm empowering.
Oh.
Speaking of which, Student Leadership Conference. Seth, isn't there an early bird rate?
There just happens to be an early bird deadline on Friday, December 14th.
Nice.
Early bird rate
Nice.
of $99. Can't beat it.
You can't beat
Just
it.
reserve your
You
spots.
can't beat it.
So one thing that they did at a
job,
party
Seth.
recently is a couple times through the years we've done some kind of karaoke thing. It's been a bust because there's times when no one sings and it just sucks. But from what I was told, that you guys had somebody there that was they were a volunteer. They were singing when nobody else was singing.
Yes.
And so there was always action, always something happening, and that made the experience a better experience.
And we had a next level idea, which was to put a green screen behind the person singing. So, but it all
could
totally
do that.
bombed, and all we had was a green screen. We were like, we're gonna put up
really cool.
mountains in Hawaii and all
Like
that,
Chuck
and it
E.
ended up being
Cheese.
just solid green screen. We looked like idiots the whole night.
That's
like,
funny.
why is the green screen just? It's cool. It's just
It's
go with
a
it.
cool background.
green.
Everybody loves green.
Save the planet.
Save the planet.
Save the planet series.
Hey, do you
Remember
think?
that?
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to win this weight loss bet?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you?
I'm gonna try.
There's no way.
I'm in
So
it to win.
70 people are in it. So that's,
Yeah, it's
that's 20
15
bucks
And is it
each.
percentage or just total weight?
I think I'm gonna do a little bit of both. It blew up so fast, but the prize money is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like $1,400 bucks.
You can
and
scroll
how do you
every
even
day.
confirm that? Somebody could lie.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't have it all figured out. It was a random idea, and now it's blown up, so we got to figure it out.
Welcome to youth ministry.
Yeah.
You know what? Really, you need to
Before and
learn.
after picture
You need
and-
to learn before you leap, buddy. If you could just do
Speaking
that.
of which, why don't you go ahead and do a leader track?
Leader Trex wants you to know that 12 Days of Christmas is going on right now. Great sales. Go to leadertrex.com. A new deal each day.
Ho, ho, ho.
That is how it's done.
a deal.
That wasn't better than mine.
That's great.
What did you say? That was
I
what?
said that wasn't better than mine.
You're right.
It was a little better.
No, it wasn't. Mark Eads,
I had
Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
love
Mark
Mark
Eads is a rewinder.
He's a
Hall of
good dude.
Famer. What are the most important ways to connect with other ministries in your church? Matt, you can't answer this.
Matt's going to punt anyhow. Keep going.
Yeah. Context. Matt goes, there are other ministries in my church.
Wait a minute. Other inferior ministries.
Context. I'm a middle school youth pastor, and I work hard with my relationship with the high school pastor and the children's pastor to help kids move through the whole of our ministry at the church. So what are some ways in which you connect with other ministries in the church?
I like it.
I think it's important to have a relational connection with some of the other leaders. That it's you can stay in your own silo with your own volunteers, your own students, parents. You can stay focused on your world pretty easily at any size church. I mean, it doesn't have to be a Saddleback like church to be locked into your community. So I think one thing is just to grab a lunch once a month with somebody different, that's leading different ministries in your church, is just to have a relational connection is a great thing. And then I think that goes along with that, probably doesn't need to be said, but in fear of being called a punter, I will add something. But to actually know a little bit about what's going on in that ministry too. That it's more than just
Yeah.
I know that guy's name is Bob and his favorite color is blue, but you know a little bit more about what's going on in that ministry.
Yeah, that's good.
I think it'd be really rad if you could get away for one night with some of the key people in that as you're thinking about children's, junior high, high school, whatever. What if you could take the volunteer, children's supervisor or whatever, and the junior high lead, whoever the leads are, and volunteer, part-time, whatever, one night away could be a game changer. It doesn't have to be super programmed. It can just be, dinner overnight and just a discussion in the morning, some prayer, I think that could be a game changer. I've never done that, but I would say that would be rad.
You're saying you would take a volunteer in children's ministry
I would take whoever the lead, whatever if it's
away
volunteer.
for the night, like at a retreat.
Yeah.
Just you and
No. Take the whole section. So
The whole leadership
Take
team.
the lead children's person, the lead junior high
Whatever
person, the lead high school
ministries are
person.
in your church.
I was using
Like
it
a
as an
group.
example. If it's a volunteer, part-time, full-time, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just rally those that are kind
You
of
don't
in
need
that
to take
lineage.
the ushers though.
The ushers can totally
they're
stay.
old.
But if you could do a one night, overnight, just quick, easy,
A
cheap,
mini retreat.
a mini retreat. I don't know. I've never done it, but I was just
Mini
thinking,
retreat.
how fun would it be to go?
So it's all
with,
theory, not really tested.
Yes, absolutely.
But it's a good idea.
not trench tested.
Total
Trench
ivory tower
tested.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna plan it now. And then I'll blog about it, and then it'll be real.
Blog about it 9 times.
You'll package it and sell it.
And I'll package it and sell the crap out of it, and it will be in your face, Matt McGill.
So you want me to help to plan it afterwards?
Yeah, that's what I do. All right, what's your idea?
That's like your fifth cackle.
Oh, I'm just so happy to be back. I can't believe you let me in the door.
We didn't. We had Darren over there sitting in your chair, and you showed up
You know
early.
what? Now that we got Seth to do the camera, I really got no more job insurance.
Seth's doing the camera?
Yeah. Didn't you set it up?
Is it going?
Josh set it up.
Josh set it up.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
8 years I've been doing your job.
I love, here's,
what do you got? What do you got?
You did the sound check.
all right. I love Mark's question, and I think it's the heart behind it is what all youth workers need to have. So just
to the heart.
the essence of going, it's more than just our youth ministry. We're not a silo. I think you could do something real simple to break the ice. I'm looking for ways to get our junior high kids involved in other ministries in the church. I would love to sit down with you for
cool.
30 minutes and just ask you questions about women's ministry, men's ministry, children's, parking lot, ushers, whatever it is, and then ask questions about their ministry, honor their volunteerism or their paid position, but just say, is there anything that our junior high kids could do to help serve in that?
it.
I think being on a team and being a team player is really important long term. And I think there are times when you have to make sacrifices for your ministry so other ministries win. So there are times when you're sitting around a table and it's budget cuts. And I think there are times when you go, you know what? The youth ministry will
Cut your overnighters.
That win.
But I think, it's not, when you communicate to a team that it's not just about, now nobody's supposed to love the youth ministry more than you do if you're the primary leader of the ministry. But you can sure, garnish support and have goodwill and want other ministries talking highly of you. Matt would go, that sounds political, but it is, but
It's also savvy
that was a
and
little
smart.
Mean. That was a little mean to say.
But true.
No, but I'm okay with that because I'm okay with you guys have heard that I would redefine politics as your ability to gain support.
Right.
You're trying to gain support for the ministry that God's entrusted to you, and one of the ways you gain support is to help other ministries win. I mean, that's a leadership principle. You make other people look good, you're going to win.
It's fun too, like when you have other team members, students come through your ministry and loving on them in a different way. Just like you were talking about, just that relational approach. But I love when some of our staff members have their students come through our junior high ministry or high school ministry just to kind of love on them as parents and, almost encourage their ministry through encouraging them as parents and stuff too, of being, a little bit more intentional, when we have their students in there too. And that's kind of a fun, different way to connect with them.
Yeah,
I like that part.
That's good. I like that. Speaking of helping people win, one of our many wonderful sponsors, Youth Ministry 360, says, since Doug is giving us a hard time about the national network discount, you weren't here, Matt.
Yeah, you made fun of one of our sponsors, huh?
Yeah, well, here's the deal.
Basically called him out.
They were giving 20% discount to the National Network of Youth Ministry and giving our people 10%. And
That's totally weak.
so we wanted to offer the garage, he says, a special exclusive set of discounts. So here's the deal.
30%.
20.5.
Use these codes to stock up on curriculum and resources for 2013. Free shipping on all orders placed in December.
That's kind of weak.
That's good. Shipping's
Free shipping?
Shipping. You don't pay for anything. You're so wealthy. So you didn't
he
even
just
know.
sits- He sits
That's not true.
eating his shellfish and whining about his gout.
Okay, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, I mean that's not
Flipping his gold coins in the air.
It's not honoring. It's not honor important people in my life.
You know what? Everybody. Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Oh boy.
Nobody wants.
It's lonely at the top.
Nobody wants.
Deal,
Yeah,
that's what I gotta
I know.
say.
Every youth worker listening wishes that they married into money. Let's just. I do. Josh,
I totally do.
do you wish you married into money?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
Seth?
do.
Darren? All right.
I do too. What
You did. You did.
red mash.
All right.
Oh,
So,
lonely.
free shipping on all orders placed in December. Use code SANTA-SHIP. No space. Just Santa
Santa ship.
SHIP. Make sure it's a P on there. And,
Santa ship.
yeah, here's the other thing you
like-
get.
Good job.
The Nina, the Abednego, and the Pinta. What were those three ships?
Not even
Mayflower. The Nina.
Okay, here's the deal. Shut up. A $5 Starbucks card for all orders who use YMG Starbucks.
Starbucks card? That's
$5
awesome.
Starbucks card for all orders who use YMG Starbucks.
Awesome. That's good.
Yeah,
I'm in.
and now
20%
order some
off.
stuff so because if nobody orders, then they're gonna go, what are we sponsoring the show for?
That's right.
We're
So
not
do
driving
it.
any business their
They
way.
should have done a bigger discount.
It's not our fault.
Hey, both codes can
we are.
be used together. No minimum purchase.
Wait, so you could buy a $10 thing, get it shipped for free, and a $5.
You could get a $5 item.
I know a
and
good
get
deal
it
when I
shipped
see
for
one.
Free.
Get stocked up. Enjoy free shipping.
Can you read
courtesy
the codes
And that's
again?
a good deal.
The codes need to be done again.
Santa ship.
Santa ship.
Santa ship.
What did Columbus come over here on? Santa
Maria.
Maria.
Nina.
It's a-
I knew it. It was something.
You did not know it.
Yeah, something was triggering
We
that
have lost.
memory.
And YMG Starbucks.
All the semblance of control.
Santa ship. YMG Starbucks.
Santa Shiv's super
Okay.
close to Santa Maria.
Hey,
It is, isn't it? I told
it's
you.
gonna get ugly really soon. You straighten up right now. Look at this. His lips got pursed. He lost some more hair. Do not do
This is the best show you've ever been a part of.
Matt, I just you're kind of like CrossFit to me. I love and hate CrossFit at the same time. All
That
right.
might be the.
This was the one
perfect-
show you haven't. You didn't remind me in the beginning. No, remember our audience.
Hey, Matt, this is my tender voice. You
forgot
know what that
about
means,
that. I
right?
forgot about the
No,
audience.
I-
CrossFit.
Yeah, well, we
Matt.
won't have an audience if you keep stay on the show. Please do not read my name. I've been in my current position for almost 4 years, and I've been youth pastoring for over 10 years. Over the past 2 years, finances have become tight in the church budget. My pastor volunteered to take a pay cut and take on outside employment to subsidize the church's income. This has caused me to take on the excess work of the pastorate along with my youth pastor duties. The finances have rebounded, but he continues to work his job and I continue to do much of his work. He works in the office 1, maybe 2 random days a week, which I don't know when there'll be and I don't know when I'll see him again. Each day he works, he has an agenda of what I need to do that day without regard to my schedule or plans for that day. I'm at a loss on how to fix the situation. I have mentioned to him, and he seems to dismiss me as being unwilling to be flexible. Should I take this to the board? Should I just suck it up? I'm not a quitter, but I feel my time is not appreciated, and due to the previous church money crunch, my pay has not been compensated for the extra work. Thanks for your input. Tough
Well,
situation.
Really
it's a totally tough situation. How is there any indication on how much time he's?
I read you
been
every
going to this?
single word.
I know. I just can't remember. Did you get a sense of
How long has it been?
How long has it been
that he's
since the
been doing it?
rebound of the finances and
No.
It's probably been a
So-
little bit of a period of time. I mean,
Yeah.
that usually doesn't happen.
Yeah, so that's the
So
first thing to
quickly.
think about is how long has the suffering happened? You know, obviously during the money crunch and the pastor went out to get another job, you know, that's just, you know, it's do or die time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's feast or famine, and it's famine, so you got to work hard. So I think you probably need to have a really good attitude towards that no matter what. Assuming that didn't go on for 50 years or whatever. So the time thing I think is really important. I think the communication thing, it's great that you've tried to have some conversations with the senior pastor. I think that the
Well,
question
he doesn't say that he's tried to have.
well, he said he got dismissed. He's been dismissed as not a
I
team
mentioned
player.
it to him.
I've
and he
mentioned it.
seems
So I would
dismiss
the
me
next
as
thing
being
yeah, so the next thing I would talk to about if we were having a conversation, I'd say, so how, you know, when you say mention, did you have a conversation, an intentional conversation, or did you just drop a hint, beat around
Was it
the
in
bush?
passing?
Was it, you know, are you assuming he could read the tea leaves and mind melt? I mean,
That's
you
how
got to
I work.
have a up.
I like that.
What's that?
That's my style. I like it.
tea
Well,
leaves.
and
I
you
can
know,
relate.
and it works most
You
of
know
the
what
time.
I'm feeling,
Yeah.
right? No.
Yes.
I need a raise.
Do I have,
Please don't make
do I
me
have
say
to
it
talk?
out loud.
But you know, going to the board is a really that's a really tough thing to just automatically just jump around and try and create some movement there. That's a big step, and that's not one you can walk away from. Once that happens, it's done. That door is never gonna shut. And you know, if you take the mention, you know, I've mentioned it a few times. If you have a direct conversation, I would try and have 1 or 2 direct conversations. You know, you have one, you wait a little bit of time, you have another one, you know, and then if there's nothing, then yeah, that's what the board is there for, is to help give input on the church. I would warn him first or give him heads up, say, hey, look, I think we really have a problem here. I'm not getting to do what I feel like I'm called to do. And so I think we need to talk to the board about this.
What if you just changed up your tactics? So I remember being in a not exactly similar by any means, but similar situation in the way that the senior pastor was giving me work. And what I realized later was he was doing that. He was giving me more work because he didn't think I had a plan, that I had a full plate, that I was working on things.
Imagine that.
So, which he's probably right.
The hardest working youth worker in
I
America?
know.
Wow.
So in my younger years, so what I realized was what I needed to do is change my
Your
tactics.
beating around
So
the bush didn't
I
communicate
would
a vision.
I would walk in to the meeting with my senior pastor. It was just him and I on staff, and I would say, here's what I have on my plate this week. Here's where I'm going to be. Here's what I got going on, including today. And then when he would give his initiatives, ideas, whatever, he would know this is trumping what I've got planned, or I have a conflict, and he would change on the fly what he would
Which
put
is
on my
awesome.
plate.
Yeah,
So I think rather than come in there going, hey, Pastor, what are we meeting about today? And he's like, well, I need to do this. And
Yeah.
What if you said, hey, here's what's happening. I've
This is
got
what I'd like to
FCA
spend my
meeting at the
time.
school, and I'm going to run over and visit this at the hospital. Tonight's Awana or whatever. You know, you lay out where you're at
Sword
and
drills.
your priorities, and then let him or her obviously lead you as well. But and then be humble in that. But I think if you just change that approach,
Yeah. I
There
don't want to
could
do
be
that
a-
work. Well, why don't you want to do that work?
Right.
You know, well, I'm doing something else.
Well,
Here's what
that
I'm doing.
reinforces just a positive perception of youth ministry,
absolutely.
and you're not just hanging out doing nothing. You've got
Right.
You know,
Here's my plan. Here's where we're
intentionally-
going.
I think that's a great thought.
Feels odd that the senior pastor hasn't re-engaged. Right?
No, not necessarily, because senior pastor's going, this is great. I got a job on the outside. I'm making better money than I was at the church. My youth guy's doing my work. I pop
Right.
in a day
Yeah,
or two a
that
week
sounds
and
weak.
get to preach.
It does sound like a good gig. Become a
But-
senior pastor? Is that an option?
No, I think
Guest speaker.
obviously all the things you've said are great. You know, you've got to have conversations, not beat around the bush. I think it comes down to you have to readjust expectations. So the reality is there's only so much time during the week. We all have the same amount of time. I can't do everything you want me to do and what I was doing. So Pastor, help, you know, I work for you. You're the leader. Help me understand.
Yeah.
You know, I just think you got to be clear on that. You know, every time, you know, for me, every time I would take on other responsibility that was outside of youth ministry, I would try to leverage it for something the youth ministry would get. Boy, I'd love to be able to do that, but we need to move Katie from part-time to full-time, or
Right.
you know, something
Right.
like. Now that's not a fair, because
Sure.
you guys don't have the money to do that. But
Right.
the
Now they
principle.
do. But now, I mean, maybe he can.
Well, and the principle I think is the same. Is always, I think youth workers, we say yes. I'd love to be able to, you know, especially if you're the only one there. Let me take one for the team. And gosh, I mean, you have a job.
Yeah.
So at least now be thrilled you have a job. You know, a lot of the questions
I think
that
there's
come in,
something to that,
a lot
yeah.
of the questions that come in, you know, youth workers are losing their job left and right because you're the easiest one to cut. You're young, maybe you don't have family, whatever. So you got a job, start there. You can't do everything. So
Yeah.
now we have to readjust expectations. So you either have to readjust your expectations or his expectations. And that takes a conversation. Like Matt, I wouldn't go straight to the board because then you do an end around and you're going to wind up getting in trouble.
Yeah, in the end, that's going to bite you, I think.
Yeah.
Could you approach it with just, you know, him going in maybe to senior pastor and just saying, hey, how do we see the next year? You know, what is happening in the next year of the church? Like,
Well,
what
that's
are we
good.
doing? You know, almost kind of
Look
asking
for him to re-engage, too.
just what is your vision for next year for us, for our relationship, for youth ministry, for the church? You know,
Am I
maybe
still going to
just
be your yeep? All thinking it.
totally
Self-edited. That's good.
Yes. Good job,
Really
buddy.
impressive. Come on.
But yeah, maybe a
CrossFit.
conversation.
A firm behavior. Firm behavior we want to see. Nice
You
edit,
did
man.
really good, man.
You're welcome.
Dave Cusin from Granger, Illinois. Happy
Hey, you love
Thanksgiving,
Granger.
Doug,
I love Granger,
Katie,
Indiana.
Josh, and where has Matt been? Love watching you guys, especially when you pick on Seth.
Oh,
I don't remember that.
you are
song.
loved, yeah.
You're speaking Doug's love language.
He deserves it for leaving us in northern Indiana for the warm California weather.
Here it comes.
guys
Yeah.
got the
Oh,
Hoosiers.
dear.
Wait, so that is Indiana, not Illinois.
What'd I say?
Illinois.
Did I? No, Indiana. Sorry.
Iowa.
Indy.
Sorry,
What's
Dave.
his name?
Dave Cusin.
Oh, Dave Cussin.
Cussin.
He's a great guy.
Is he a great
Good
guy?
buddy.
All right.
That's
Foul,
so cool.
foul mouth, but great guy.
Yeah.
Cussing.
Swears like a sailor.
You know, Seth moved out here to run the Student Leadership Conference. I don't know if you're aware of this.
I didn't even see that giant banner right
We have an
there.
early bird
Is that even
special.
in
Weird
the
deadline
frame there?
coming up.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah.
Just
Seth-
it's barely in the frame, but
Yeah, I'm like half on. I'm half the man I used to be, not because of the diet, but because of that stupid banner.
12.6 pounds. I think you can win this thing.
My
Just
God.
because you're the host doesn't mean you can't win.
I don't know. It feels like
No, no.
Don't you want
Half
to
a
win it?
marathon.
I want to
You're
win.
just kind of, that's kind of an easy out, Josh. No, I don't. no, you know,
Just
I
say
started
you wanna win
strong,
it, Be
yeah.
honest. Just put it out there.
There's
Like, I
nothing
wanna
that
win
I have
that
started
one.
that I've not wanted to win.
Okay.
So
You're looking at me.
because he took your job.
When I came to Saddleback.
I'm so confused.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
All
I'm
right.
really confused right now.
Anyway,
Question.
here we go. Doug, this question is for you. Looking back over your years in youth ministry, what are the most effective things you did to stay fresh and creative in ministry for the long haul?
Take Matt's ideas.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just hang around, Matt.
Just be discipled
For
by Matt.
creative. Yep.
I am.
Well, here's the
Matt
deal.
taught you how to
Font.
punt.
To stay fresh,
font of
to stay
creativity.
fresh and creative. We all have different wiring, and for me, my wiring is ideas. So I like to be around ideas. So to get new ideas, you have to be around ideas, and so I like being around idea people. Matt would know that because he always had his feelings hurt. That when we do brainstorm different things, I would bring people in who had ideas.
No, my main. If I ever made it to those, my main.
If you ever made it to
if I
those?
ever made it to those, my only purpose was just to
Taking
prove
notes.
that no one else will have worse ideas than I do. I was very affirming.
We do
just
always
by-
say when we start those creative meetings, there's no such thing
no
as a bad
such thing as
idea.
bad
That is
Yeah.
such a lie.
Mid-meeting, we're like,
Maybe with McGill.
we're gonna write it on there to be
That
nice.
is
But
such a lie.
Totally.
Yeah.
No.
so you're saying
that's
hang
totally
around.
true.
You're saying be fueled by people that have.
Yeah, I would
ideas.
say to, fresh. I mean, there was times. I mean, I can remember being at my whiteboard with an intern, and we're talking about. I was talking about the strategy of sitting at tables and moving from kind of artificial community to authentic community, and why we want to volunteer at each one, and the impact. And I thought to myself, how many times am I going to do this in my life to explain this diagram? And I'm so tired of this. So there are times where you just like, man, I don't want to give a relational youth ministry 101 talk one more time or I'm going to stab myself. So I need other ways to do it, but community does that when you draw other people in. And for me has been over the years to go, hey Katie, will you do this relational youth ministry talk? You do a great. Josh, explain the tables to this. Get other people to do things that you've been doing for a long time that wear you out. And actually what you find is people will be happy to do them. They want to be empowered for that, and they'll do a better job than you would have ever done anyway. So I think, like, as I look back, I go, I think it, people just were really, really helpful. And not just paid staff people, volunteers, empowering other people to do it, and just being around ideas people. So that's.
Can I throw out one that I've seen in your life, even though you're not saying it?
I was going to do the same thing.
Oh, awesome, great. Mine will be shorter. I would say, serve with people that you love.
Yeah.
You hire and bring in and
the fun,
do life.
the fun factor.
The fun factor. The reason that, I don't know, the reason people stick around you and that you have stuck with it so long is because you love people and we laugh a lot together and we play and have fun and do life in the middle of all that and the ugly side of it too. And I think if you're doing ministry with people that you don't love, I don't think you will be around for the long haul.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to be creative when you got somebody on your team
That's
that doesn't
draining
fit.
you.
Yeah.
That doesn't fit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Cool.
but I was
So
going to say,
for you.
I was going to say that you're also great at asking questions and asking for feedback and hey, let me tell you about this. And you're the type of person, which I think is a mark of a great leader. You don't care where an idea comes from. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be from, Katie the junior high pastor. It could be, Bob the intern. I mean, you seek it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
Well, fresh also, I think you guys would say, I've been pretty good over the years about my day off. And so feeling like as tired as I am on Monday, that is been, I think one of the ways you stay fresh is to stay away, for a while and get away from ministry, get away from computer, get away from texting, get away from all that stuff.
Yeah.
To have a little bit of downtime. We were talking about going to Hawaii. I didn't read anything in Hawaii that now I take that back, darn it.
Almost.
Well, I tried to not read anything that I could use in a message. So
Nice.
Harry
So
Potter?
fiction and
exactly what I'm not a fiction guy, but I read all the Jerry Jenkins Left Behind movies, books, the fictions, Piercing the Darkness, all that stuff. All
sermon material.
all vacation stuff. So, so on vacation, I read a spy novel on rules of deception, and I read a book called Unbroken. And it was unbelievable. And
Make a great message someday.
well, that was the thing. I'm going, oh, this'll preach. I mean, but it's a guy. He ran in the Olympics in 1936. He gets drafted into World War II. His plane is shot down. He survives on a raft for 46 days on a raft with 2 other guys on the raft. One guy died on the raft. Then he goes into a prisoner of war camp, and for a year and a half, and they explain all the whole prisoner of war camp, and I told you I got sick on the first day of my vacation, and I'm like wanting to die here. So here I am in a Hyatt.
You've already been broken.
100 yards from the beach. I don't even want the TV on because it's
Papaya juice got a little warm.
I'm just going, oh, I am, Kathy. I'm like, go. You can't help me. Go.
Leave me behind.
You would have been the guy on the raft who died.
And then I read that book, and I'm like, I am such a wimp. I mean, I was in paradise, sick for a day, and I wanted to take my own life.
46 days on a raft. I cannot. I don't want to
And
know.
The
all
book
that.
is unbelievable.
What's it called?
Unbroken. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Not to be confused with the Bruce Willis movie, Unbreakable.
Not to be.
True.
Not to be, and probably wouldn't have
Good
been before now.
clarification.
Yes.
So those are some ideas.
good.
Stay fresh and creative.
Those are good ones.
What about for you, Katie? You've been in this a long time.
I
You're
think,
almost as old as I. Oh wait, you married somebody as old as me.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I'm
Married an
not
old man.
even
She's quite
close to you.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
That's old.
That's
No,
pretty
I didn't
old.
say I wasn't old. I just said I'm not as old as Doug.
But he married.
Oh,
My
she
husband
married.
is 6 months older than Doug, so.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
So he's 50. He's crossed the
He turned
line.
50
I
in July.
haven't. No,
You're-
not yet.
You got 3 weeks?
You guys got 3 weeks, hoping I don't die, so you don't have to get the tattoo of my face.
Someone just brought that up.
Yeah.
I get a tattoo of you.
I get it. Let's just
I'd
get
do
it
it.
anyhow.
You know what? I'm down. I'll pay for it.
Look at that creamy white skin.
Says the ghost.
The pink ghost calling the cream.
Oh, he just flashed us the underside of his.
Oh, I got to
blood
give
drawn?
blood the other day. Look at that.
Right there.
They did a terrible
It
job.
doesn't hurt.
Was that for your gout?
Gout and diabetes. It was double. It was
Oh, you know what you need?
two banger.
A diet.
Tell me
All
about
roads lead to this stupid idea that I had. That's so excited.
You love it.
12
Just got to organize it.
Hey,
a little bit.
we did the weight loss thing on the podcast early on.
Yeah, forever
Because
ago.
when we were in Dallas, I met a couple. Were you near me when they said my wife came in 3rd place?
I was, yes.
Yeah. And she
cool.
looked great. She,
And she
still
kept it
had
off,
left it
yeah.
cut off. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
cool.
There's some big youth workers in Dallas, though.
Well, there's some big youth workers right here, but not for long. I'm kidding. You're in. We're in. Let's do this. Let's go get some celery,
it's
bro.
already
Let's do
done.
this.
Just give me one of those rubber bands and I'll make it happen.
I can just take
Pick
this one off.
picking them out. When's it go till March?
March 1st.
How much
That's
can
a
you?
long time.
So it's still at 80 days or whatever that is.
80
Made that
days.
up. I have no idea.
Come on. What do you think you can do?
I don't know. I'm talking to my doctor on Monday to just see how bad the gout is and all that stuff. So that'll be the
Diabetes. And it's all. I mean, you can change that with.
lose 40 pounds and it'll be gone.
Gout or diabetes?
Diabetes.
Can gout be gone?
60 pounds for you.
Gout.
60 pounds of no shrimp.
Talk about unbreakable. If that guy had gout, he would have been broken.
We stopped recording a while ago, right?
Yeah. We're pretty much done. Hey, send in your questions to Youth Ministry Garage. Hey,
Oh,
why don't
one
you
last
end
word.
with a strong, give it the Remedy Live,
What
Clifton.
And now for one last word from
Ladies and
One
gentlemen,
last
don't wait because we're going to have a very important announcement after this. Josh, you ready to tell that what we're going to talk about?
Yep, got
Okay.
it.
so fake.
Here we go. It's not
Our new
You're
segment.
off the show.
Our new segment, Issues. Issues, quoted, is up on the site. It would be a great discussion starter for youth groups, small groups, to get some chat going, to provide care and support for kids that struggle with it.
For issues. They struggle with issues.
Yes, our new segment,
struggle with
Issues.
chatting.
I don't think anybody struggles with chatting.
Well, you don't.
No, that's
No.
for sure.
And also, you did a good job recruiting social remedy doctors. What's it called?
Yeah, Soul Medics.
Soul Medics.
Yeah.
Soulmedic.com.
I watched this first episode they have up there, and it's really great.
Oh, is it?
It's free for youth workers to use.
And it's a video discussion?
It's video. It's really short, only 2-3 minutes, but it sets up the topic. It's kind of like really visually engaging and everything.
Yeah.
But then you can take it from there. So it's pretty
Sweet.
And if Seth would have told us that ahead of time, you'd have done a better job.
Quick.
There's a code on here. There's a star. I don't know. It's not inside the bracket. Am I supposed to just read the bracket? Do the star also. So there's a bracket and a star. Just text YMG
I don't feel so bad about it.
to 31.
I'm just gonna say. Your
Just
job
like a
is safe.
brainstorm session. Just like a brainstorm session.
Okay, finish up.
Yeah,
Finish up
text
strong.
YMG to 31 to get some free remedy stuff. It's not really very clear. You go to the store, you get a T-shirt, you get a Starbucks card.
What?
Starbucks
I am
card.
in on
Everybody
this.
is doing
Yeah.
Where's my
Yeah,
phone?
31, 31, 31.
YMG, you text it to 3131.
All right.
You know what we ought
I'm
to
gonna
do? Let's take these and put them up on the YMG in one of our, in a blog.
Oh yeah,
Post.
In
all
the
the discount
the
codes.
program description?
No, not in the program description, but in the blog.
In the blog?
Yeah.
Do you know the difference between blog and program?
Yeah, what are you doing in it?
Just check it out to make sure the table's still...
All right, are we done?
I'm texting it.
I
right
love
now.
you guys right
Signing
now.
out.
It's great.
I will never make fun of your ad reading it again.
Thank you.
That's the big announcement afterwards.
Thank
Why?
you.
Because mine was worse? You're not going to
Yeah.
make fun of hers?
No, yours was
both.
worse.
Both of those things are true.
You'll make fun
Yeah.
of
We may have lost remedy over that.
Yeah, I doubt it.
And if we did,
Yeah, we got
You're
plenty
on,
more
Joe.
in the background. But
The big-
they're kind of
the
big.
big
Lined
announcement-
up in the hopper.
They
the big
host us.
announcement is Matt is not leaving the show after all. I know. We just did that to get you to watch. He's not really leaving.
What's the name of the show?
Matt's farewell show.
Let's end this.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
See ya.